everyone. Bonjour. Today is day 2 of term 2 in phase 2 of All Saints at Home. Thank you, Mrs. Bentley, for being my special guest today. This is a chance for Mrs. Bentley and I to check in with you, connect and give you a few brief updates. Mrs. Bentley, Nunuk Mordich.
Aniyan Jerping, I'm feeling happy.
We're still practicing our Noongar, as you can tell. And I asked Mrs. Bentley, how are you? And Mrs. Bentley said, I am happy. Nan Jerping, I am happy too. We know that expressing gratitude is so important to our well-being and to our happiness. And for me, there are so many things to be grateful for. But Mrs. Bentley, I'm interested to know what you're grateful for today.
Today, Miss Crane, I am grateful for everyone in our college community to have good health.
Absolutely. Mrs. Bentley, I know that you spent last term, end of last term, and probably even during the break, many hours planning for phase 2 of home learning, collaborating, of course, with your partner, Miss Katoni and Mrs. Arani. So what do you see will be a good change in home learning, phase 2 home learning?
I believe our boys and girls at All Saints College are now experts at looking at their daily learning grid, and they're able to prioritise key activities by putting first things first, and also by being proactive to ask for help or clarification if needed.
Fantastic, and I do agree so much. We have learned a great deal during phase 1, haven't we? And I think all of us as staff have become more confident, and likewise, as you say, our students are really taking off and really impressing us with the work that they are doing at home. It's fantastic. What might be a challenge still for us, as we go through our learning at home? There will be challenges. Do you have any tips that you can share with us, Mrs. Bentley?
I think it's really important that every day we look very carefully and closely at the learning grid, and we need to prioritise what we need to do now, and we need to think about time allocations, how much time will I spend on each activity.
Absolutely. Good advice. Good advice for home learning and good advice for life, really. Prioritising is so important. And of course, well-being is so important to all of us. Parents, there is a website that was sent out yesterday on the topic of well-being, presented by Michael Carr-Gregg. It's got some really valuable information in it, so I really encourage you to dip in and have a look and see whether there's anything of interest for you. But Mrs. Bentley, what are some of the thoughts that you have about continuing to look after ourselves now we're back into term 2 after the relaxing break?
So well-being is absolutely paramount, and self-care, self-compassion, we need to be kind to ourselves. I always viewed well-being, it's like a toolkit, sort of like a suitcase. So the more strategies we can have in our toolkit, it can help if we're feeling a little bit unsettled or a little bit worried or anxious about something. So some special things that we can add to our toolkit could be daily exercise, going for a walk or a run, patting our beautiful pets, giving them a nice cuddle. It might be smelling beautiful flowers in the garden, going for nature walks, appreciating beauty.
Absolutely. So thank you, Mrs. Bentley, for being a guest on the Junior School version of the Bulletin. I've really enjoyed it. And now we come to that special time when Mrs. Bentley has chosen a quote for the day. And in true Year 2 style, I'm going to introduce that with the tambourine. So are we ready? This is going to help us focus our minds and really concentrate so that we can hear those famous words that Mrs. Bentley is going to present to us. So here goes.
Thank you. So today's very special quote is from Ralph Sockman, and the quote is, "Nothing is as strong as gentleness, and nothing is so gentle as real strength." Fantastic.
Let those words sink in. That's terrific. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bentley.
Pleasure.
And best wishes to you, best
Thank
wishes
you.
to everyone. Thank you so much. Budawan.
Budawan.